Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories.
Maureen Neliya Ballard. Maureen Neliya Ballard passed away at the age of 88. Maureen Neliya Ballard nee Hingert, professionally known as Jana Davi, was a pioneering Sri Lankan actress, dancer, model, and beauty queen who left an indelible mark on both her homeland and Hollywood. Born on January 9, 1937, in Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, Maureen Hingert emerged as a cultural icon when she was crowned Miss Ceylon in 1955. That same year, she made history by becoming the second runner-up at the Miss Universe pageant, the first time a contestant from Ceylon earned an award at this prestigious global event. Her achievement was widely celebrated as a moment that put Ceylon on the map, symbolizing a proud cultural representation during a formative era for the country. Maureen's talents extended far beyond pageantry. She was an accomplished dancer, performing solo at notable venues such as the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. Her grace and poise on stage translated into a successful acting career in Hollywood, where she was signed by Universal International Studios and 20th Century Fox under the screen name Jana Davi. She appeared in a variety of films and television shows during the 1950s and 1960s, including The King and I, Fort Bowie, Gun Fever, The Adventures of Hiram Holiday, and the British TV series Captain David Grief. Her roles often showcased her versatility, from Native American characters to exotic dancers, reflecting the era's casting trends, but also her ability to adapt and shine in diverse parts. Her personal life was marked by both joy and change. In 1958, she married artist Mario Armand Zamparelli, with whom she had 3 daughters, including Regina, later known as Gina Zamparelli, a prominent concert promoter in Los Angeles. After their divorce in 1970, Maureen remarried William J. Ballard in 1976, remaining with him until his death in 2012. Maureen Hingert's legacy is multifaceted. She broke barriers as a Sri Lankan woman on the international stage, inspiring future generations of artists and beauty queens from her country. Her pioneering spirit helped bridge cultures, bringing a piece of Sri Lankan heritage to Hollywood and the world. Beyond her public achievements, she was remembered for her elegance, dedication to her craft, and the quiet strength she carried throughout her long life. Her passing on July 1, 2025, marks the end of an era, but her contributions continue to resonate, celebrating a trailblazer who embodied grace, talent, and cultural pride. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer passed away at the age of 65. Val Kilmer was a versatile and iconic American actor whose career spanned decades and genres, leaving an enduring legacy in Hollywood. Born Val Edward Kilmer on December 31, 1959, in Los Angeles, California, Kilmer grew up in a middle-class family with roots in Swedish and Texan heritage. From a young age, he showed a passion for acting and was accepted as the youngest student ever admitted to the prestigious Juilliard School's drama division in New York in 1981. His professional career began on stage, where he honed his craft. Before transitioning to film, Kilmer's breakthrough came with the 1980 for spy spoof Top Secret and the 1985 comedy Real Genius. But it was his role as Tom Iceman Kazansky in the 1986 blockbuster Top Gun alongside Tom Cruise that catapulted him to international fame. This role made him a household name and showcased his ability to portray complex, charismatic characters. Throughout the 1990s, Kilmer demonstrated extraordinary range, starring in diverse films such as Oliver Stone's The Doors 1991, where he portrayed the legendary rock singer Jim Morrison with remarkable depth, and even performed the singing parts himself. He also played Doc Holliday in Tombstone 1993 and took on the mantle of Batman, Bruce Wayne in Batman Forever 1995. further cementing his status as a leading actor of his generation. Despite his success, Kilmer faced significant health challenges. Later in life, diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014, he underwent a tracheotomies but managed to recover and continued to work. His final on-screen appearance was a poignant return as Iceman in Top Gun: Maverick 2022, sharing a bittersweet scene with Tom Cruise's Maverick character, symbolizing both his enduring talent and the respect he commanded in the industry. Val Kilmer passed away on April 1, 2025, in Los Angeles. Surrounded by family and friends, the cause of death was pneumonia, as confirmed by his daughter, Mercedes Kilmer. His death marked the loss of a complex, brilliant actor who was often underrated but admired for his versatility and dedication to his craft. In reflecting on his life, Kilmer once said, in the 2021 documentary Val, "I have behaved poorly. I have behaved bravely. I have behaved bizarrely to some. I deny none of this and have no regrets, because I have lost and found parts of myself that I never knew existed, and I am blessed." This candid self-reflection encapsulates the intensity and humanity he brought to both his life and his art. Val Kilmer's legacy endures through his unforgettable performances and the profound impact he had on Hollywood and audiences worldwide. Rick Hurst passed away at the age of 79. Rick Hurst was a beloved American actor best known for his role as the affable and dim-witted Deputy Cletus on the hit television series The Dukes of Hazzard. His unexpected death on June 26, 2025, in Los Angeles marked the loss of a cherished figure in television comedy and a friend to many in the entertainment industry. Born Richard Douglas Hurst on January 1, 1946, in Houston, Texas, Rick pursued higher education earnestly, earning a bachelor's degree from Tulane University in 1968 and a master's in fine arts from Temple University in 1970. His academic background laid a strong foundation for his acting career, which began in the 1970s with guest roles on popular TV shows such as Happy Days, MASH*, Gunsmoke, and The Wonder Years. His versatility and comedic timing quickly made him a sought-after character actor. Rick Hurst's most iconic role came in 1980 when he joined the cast of The Dukes of Hazzard as Deputy Cletus Hogg, cousin to the infamous Boss Hogg. Over the course of the series, which aired on CBS from 1979 to 1985, he appeared in 55 episodes, bringing warmth, humor, and a lovable simplicity to the character. His portrayal endeared him to millions of fans and contributed significantly to the show's enduring popularity. He reprised this role in reunion TV movies in 1997 and 2000, further cementing his place in the hearts of Hazzard fans. Beyond the Dukes of Hazzard, Rick appeared in films such as Steel Magnolias and The Karate Kid Part 3, showcasing his ability to adapt to both comedic and dramatic roles. He was also known for his active participation in fan events related to the Dukes of Hazzard, frequently attending meet and greets at venues like Cooter's Place in Tennessee, where fans celebrated the legacy of the show. His co-stars and friends expressed deep sorrow at his passing. Ben Jones, who played Cooter Davenport on the show, described Rick as a remarkable actor, a marvelous comic, and an incredibly supportive teammate with a heart as vast as Texas. John Schneider, who portrayed Bo Duke, called Rick a remarkable force for humanity, sanity, and comedy, emphasizing the joy and laughter he brought to everyone around him. Rick Hurst is survived by his two sons, including actor Ryan Hurst, known for his roles in Sons of Anarchy and The Walking Dead. Though the exact cause of his death has not been publicly disclosed, his passing was sudden and unexpected, leaving a profound void in the entertainment community. Rick Hurst's legacy lives on through his memorable performances, his generosity toward fans, and the laughter he inspired across generations. His contribution to television comedy and his genuine kindness off-screen made him a beloved figure whose impact will be remembered fondly. Mick Ralphs passed away at the age of 81. Mick Ralphs, the legendary English guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter, left the world on June 23, 2025. As a founding member of Mott the Hoople and Bad Company, his influence on rock music spanned more than 5 decades and shaped the sound of classic rock for generations. Born in Stoke Lacey, Herefordshire, on March 31, 1944, Ralphs began his musical journey as a teenager, playing blues guitar with local bands. His early career took off in the 1960s when he joined the Doc Thomas Group, which would eventually transform into Mott the Hoople by 1969. The band struggled in its initial years, but finally found commercial success with the David Bowie-produced album All the Young Dudes in 1972. Ralph's guitar work and songwriting were central to the band's breakthrough, notably contributing to hits like Rock and Roll Queen and Ready for Love. Ralph's time with Mott the Hoople ended in 1973, just after their rise to fame. He then co-founded Bad Company alongside Paul Rodgers of Free, Simon Kirke, and Bose Burrell. The band quickly became a rock powerhouse. Their debut self-titled album in 1974 going 5 times platinum in the United States. Ralph's signature song, Can't Get Enough, written in open C tuning to achieve its iconic sound, became an enduring anthem. He also co-wrote Feel Like Mackin' Love and contributed to other classics like Movin' On and Rock and Roll Fantasy, Bad Company's raw, blues-infused rock, and Ralph's powerful guitar tone helped define the sound of the 1970s. The band's success was not just commercial. Their influence reached across the music industry, inspiring countless musicians. Ralph's ability to craft memorable riffs and melodies made him a favorite among fans and peers alike. After Bad Company's initial split in 1982, Ralphs continued to perform, including collaborations with Pink Floyd's David Gilmour and several solo projects. Bad Company reunited multiple times, with Ralphs participating in most lineups, until his final performance at London's O2 Arena in October 2016. Tragically, just days after that show, he suffered a stroke that left him bedridden for the remainder of his life. Despite his health struggles, Ralphs lived to see Bad Company selected for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2025, a fitting tribute to his monumental impact on music. His passing was mourned deeply by his bandmates, with Paul Rodgers calling him an amazingly versatile guitarist who had the greatest sense of humor, and Simon Kirke remembering him as a dear friend, a wonderful songwriter, and an exceptional guitarist. Ralphs is survived by his partner Susie Chavas, 2 children, and 3 stepchildren. His legacy endures through the timeless music he created and the indelible mark he left on the world of rock. Kevin Yarborough. Kevin Yarborough passed away at the age of 72. Kevin Yarborough, Dallas-born R&B legend and one half of the iconic duo Yarborough and Peoples, died on June 19, 2025. Due to complications from heart disease, his passing marks the end of an era for lovers of early 1980s R&B and funk, but his influence and music will endure for generations. Kevin Yarborough's musical journey began in childhood, where he first met Elisa Peoples during piano lessons in Dallas. Their friendship blossomed into a creative partnership that would define both of their lives. Yarborough, a classically trained pianist, brought a deep musicality to every project he touched, laying the foundation for a career that would shape the sound of modern R&B. The duo's breakthrough came when they were discovered by Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band, who introduced them to Lonnie Simmons, owner of Total Experience Records in Los Angeles, initially hired as staff songwriters. Their talent as performers was soon recognized, and they were given the chance to record their own music. The result was their 1980 debut album, The Two of Us, featuring the smash hit Don't Stop the Music. The song dominated the R&B charts, spending 5 weeks at No. 1 and reaching No. 19 on the Billboard Hot 100, ultimately earning gold certification and a Grammy nomination. Yarborough and Peoples quickly became known for their unique blend of R&B, funk, pop, and dance, characterized by smooth vocals and infectious grooves. Their chart-topping success continued with hits like Don't Waste Your Time, Heartbeats, Guilty, and I Wouldn't Lie. Their music not only filled dance floors, but also influenced a new generation of artists. With Kevin, serving as a mentor and collaborator throughout his career. Despite their fame, Kevin and Elisa remained grounded. In 1987, after leaving their label, they married and returned to Dallas, where they launched a production company and became music directors at their church. Their commitment to community and mentorship left a lasting impact on aspiring musicians. In their hometown and beyond, Kevin's artistry extended beyond the recording studio. He and Elisa ventured into acting, performing in theater productions such as Blind Lemon Blues and appearing in films, further showcasing their versatility and passion for the arts. Throughout his career, Kevin was celebrated not only for his extraordinary talent, but also for his kindness, generosity, and unwavering support for those around him. His wife and musical partner, Elisa Peoples, described him as the love of my life, my protector. Now he's my guardian angel. Friends and colleagues echoed these sentiments, remembering Kevin as a compassionate individual whose legacy will live on in the music, memories, and hearts of everyone who knew him. Kevin Yarbrough's passing is a profound loss for the world of music, but his legacy as a pioneer, mentor, and beloved friend remains vibrant and enduring. John Clarke. John Clarke passed away at the age of 84. John Clarke, the legendary Scottish footballer and revered Lisbon Lion, passed away in June 2025, leaving behind a monumental legacy in the world of football and at Celtic Football Club. His death marks the loss of one of the most iconic figures in Celtic's history, a player and coach whose dedication to the club spanned over 7 decades. Born in 1941, John Clarke made his debut for Celtic in 1959 and quickly became a cornerstone of the team. Over his illustrious career, he made more than 300 appearances for the club, demonstrating exceptional skill as a defender and midfielder. Clarke's crowning achievement came in May 1967, when he was part of the legendary Celtic team that triumphed over Inter Milan in the European Cup final in Lisbon, a historic victory that etched the team and its players into football folklore. The squad, famously known as the Lisbon Lions, remains one of the greatest teams in football history. Throughout his playing years, Clarke won an impressive array of titles with Celtic, including 6 Scottish League Championships, 5 League Cups and 3 Scottish Cups. His commitment to the club extended beyond his playing days. After retiring in 1971, he returned to Celtic as a youth and reserve team coach. He later served as assistant manager under Billy McNeill, both at Celtic and Aberdeen, contributing to the development of future generations and the strategic growth of the teams. Clarke was widely admired not only for his footballing prowess, but also for his humility and approachable nature. Known for his down-to-earth personality, he was a beloved figure among players, staff, and supporters alike. Stories of his interactions, such as a humorous encounter with the Brazilian legend Pelé, highlight his modesty despite his legendary status. Celtic FC honored Clarke's memory with a funeral service held at St. Mary's Church in the Calton, followed by a procession along the Celtic Way, allowing fans to pay their respects and celebrate the life of a true club legend. The service was also streamed live to ensure supporters worldwide could join in the farewell. John Clarke's legacy is deeply woven into the fabric of Celtic Football Club and Scottish football history. His contributions on and off the pitch helped shape the identity and success of Celtic, inspiring countless players and fans. As the club's chief executive Michael Nicholson stated, Clarke's knowledge, wisdom, and love for Celtic made an invaluable impact, and his memory will continue to inspire future generations. Frederick Smith. Frederick Smith passed away at the age of 80. Fred Smith, the visionary founder and longtime leader of FedEx Corporation, passed away on June 21, 2025, marking the end of an era in global transportation and logistics. Smith's revolutionary ideas and relentless drive transformed the shipping industry and reshaped how goods move around the world, creating a legacy that continues to impact millions daily. Born on August 11, 1944, in Marks, Mississippi, and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, Smith showed early signs of entrepreneurial spirit and leadership. While studying economics at Yale University, he conceived the idea for an integrated air-to-ground system that would enable overnight delivery of packages, a concept that would become the foundation of FedEx. Interestingly, the term paper outlining. This vision earned him a modest grade of C, but it sparked a business model that would revolutionize global commerce. After graduating in 1966, Smith served with distinction in the United States Marine Corps, completing tours in Vietnam as a rifle platoon leader and aerial observer, decorated with the Silver Star, Bronze Star, and Purple Hearts. His military service instilled discipline and leadership qualities that would later guide his business career. In 1971, Smith launched Federal Express with a modest fleet of 14 planes and fewer than 400 employees, operating from a converted airplane hangar in Memphis. His innovative hub-and-spoke distribution system centralized package sorting and allowed overnight delivery, setting new standards for speed, reliability, and customer service. Despite early financial struggles, including a legendary episode where Smith gambled the company's last $5,000 in Las Vegas to keep it afloat, FedEx grew rapidly to become the world's largest cargo airline and a household name. Under Smith's leadership, FedEx expanded globally, operating over 700 aircraft and delivering millions of packages daily to more than 220 countries and territories. His vision not only created a new industry, but also changed consumer expectations, making overnight delivery a standard service and turning FedEx into a verb synonymous with express shipping. Smith stepped down as CEO in 2022, but remained executive chairman until his death, continuing to influence the company's strategy on sustainability, innovation, and global policy. FedEx's current CEO, Raj Subramaniam, described Smith as the heart and soul of FedEx, a mentor and inspiration whose legacy will endure through the company's ongoing success. Beyond business, Smith was a devoted family man and a respected figure in Memphis, where his contributions created thousands of jobs and helped the city become a logistics hub. Tributes poured in from politicians and industry leaders praising his visionary leadership, patriotism, and commitment to service. Fred Smith's passing leaves a profound void in the world of global logistics, but his pioneering spirit and transformative ideas continue to shape the way the world connects and delivers. Mick Ralphs passed away at the age of 81. Mick Ralphs, the legendary English guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter, left the world on June 23, 2025. As a founding member of Mott the Hoople and Bad Company, his influence on rock music spanned more than 5 decades and shaped the sound of classic rock for generations. Born in Stoke Lacey, Herefordshire, on March 31, 1944, Ralphs began his musical journey as a teenager, playing blues guitar with local bands. His early career took off in the 1960s when he joined the Doc Thomas Group, which would eventually transform into Mott the Hoople by 1969. The band struggled in its initial years, but finally found commercial success with the David Bowie-produced album All the Young Dudes in 1972. Ralph's guitar work and songwriting were central to the band's breakthrough, notably contributing to hits like Rock and Roll Queen and Ready for Love. Ralph's time with Mott the Hoople ended in 1973, just after their rise to fame. He then co-founded Bad Company alongside Paul Rodgers of Free, Simon Kirke, and Bose Burrell. The band quickly became a rock powerhouse. Their debut self-titled album in 1974 going 5 times platinum in the United States. Ralph's signature song, Can't Get Enough, written in open C tuning to achieve its iconic sound, became an enduring anthem. He also co-wrote Feel Like Mackin' Love and contributed to other classics like Movin' On and Rock and Roll Fantasy, Bad Company's raw, blues-infused rock, and Ralph's powerful guitar tone helped define the sound of the 1970s. The band's success was not just commercial. Their influence reached across the music industry, inspiring countless musicians. Ralph's ability to craft memorable riffs and melodies made him a favorite among fans and peers alike. After Bad Company's initial split in 1982, Ralphs continued to perform including collaborations with Pink Floyd's David Gilmour and several solo projects. Bad Company reunited multiple times, with Ralphs participating in most lineups, until his final performance at London's O2 Arena in October 2016. Tragically, just days after that show, he suffered a stroke that left him bedridden for the remainder of his life. Despite his health struggles, Ralphs lived to see Bad Company selected for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2025, a fitting tribute to his monumental impact on music. His passing was mourned deeply by his bandmates, with Paul Rodgers calling him an amazingly versatile guitarist who had the greatest sense of humor, and Simon Kirke remembering him as a dear friend, a wonderful songwriter, and an exceptional guitarist. Ralphs is survived by his partner Susie Chavas, 2 children, and 3 stepchildren. His legacy endures through the timeless music he created and the indelible mark he left on the world of rock. Akia Leong passed away at the age of 90. Akia Leong, the Trinidadian-American actor, singer, songwriter, and music industry executive, passed away on June 22, 2025, at his home in Sylmar, California, after battling complications from dementia. His remarkable career, spanning nearly 7 decades, left an indelible mark on film, television, and music, making him a pioneering figure for minority representation in entertainment. Born Asinga Leong on December 19, 1934, in Trinidad and Tobago to a Hong Kong-born father and a mother from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Leong moved to Brooklyn, New York, with his mother in 1949 after his parents' divorce. His artistic journey began when he was cast as Goat Boy in the Broadway play, The Tea House of the August Moon, launching a prolific career as a character actor. Over the years, Leong amassed more than 130 credits in film and television, showcasing his versatility across genres and decades. Leong is perhaps best remembered for his roles in cult classics and action films such as Braddock, Missing in Action, 1988, where he portrayed the villainous General Kwok, and the sci-fi miniseries V 1983-85, in which he played Mr. Chang, a henchman to the antagonist Nathan Bates. His filmography also includes Dragon, The Bruce Lee Story 1993, The Quest 1996, and appearances in popular TV shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, The A-Team, and Roswell. His ability to bring depth and nuance to supporting roles earned him respect and admiration in Hollywood. Beyond acting, Leong was a talented singer and songwriter, co-writing the 1958 doo-wop hit Shambler by Sheriff and the Ravels in the 1960s and 1970s. He also worked as a music producer and executive, contributing significantly to the industry and advocating for greater diversity and representation of minorities in entertainment. His activism and lifelong commitment to breaking racial barriers made him a respected figure, both on and off screen. Leong's dedication extended to mentoring younger artists and supporting the Asian American and minority communities in Hollywood. His wife of 38 years, Conchita, described him as a loving partner and a passionate advocate for inclusion. Colleagues remember him as a warm, generous spirit who combined talent with humility. Akia Leong's passing is mourned by fans, friends, and the entertainment community worldwide. His legacy as a trailblazer, multi-talented artist, and champion for diversity will continue to inspire future generations.
Josiah Raisuke. Josiah Raisuke was a gifted Fijian rugby player and Olympic silver medalist whose sudden death in a tragic road accident shocked the rugby world and left a deep void in the hearts of teammates, fans, and the wider sporting community. Born in Fiji, Raisuke rose to prominence as a dynamic winger known for his speed, agility, and powerful playing style. He was a key member of the Fiji national rugby sevens team that won the silver medal at the 2024 Paris Olympics, a moment that marked one of the pinnacles of his career and brought immense pride to his home country. His performances on the international stage showcased his exceptional talent and dedication, earning him admiration from fans and fellow athletes alike. In 2021, Ryosuke joined the French top 14 club Castres Olympiques, where he quickly became an integral part of the team. His vibrant personality and on-field prowess made him a beloved figure both on and off the pitch. He played 7 matches for Castres during the 2024-2025 season, with his last appearance on April 27, 2025, in a match against Toulouse. Ryosuke was set to continue his professional career with the Tier 2 French club Brive for the following 2 seasons, reflecting the high regard in which he was held within European rugby circles. Tragically, on the morning of May 8, 2025, Ryosuke's car was struck by a train at a level crossing near Castres-Levezou Training Center in Saix-Tarn, France. The accident was sudden and devastating, cutting short the life of a young athlete at the height of his career. His club, Castres Olympiques, expressed profound sorrow and announced a period of mourning, postponing their upcoming match against Clermont-Auvergne in respect to Ryosuke's passing. The French National Rugby League also paid tribute, announcing that moments of remembrance would be held across all top 14 Saint-Étienne-Trinidad and Pro D2 matches that weekend. Castres Olympiques president Pierre-Yves Revol described Ryosuke as a radiant young man both on and off the field and a pillar of the Fijian community within the club. His teammates and the wider rugby community mourned the loss of a player who was not only talented but also deeply valued for his character and camaraderie. Ryosuke's career was not without controversy. In 2017, he was dismissed from Stade Francais following allegations of serious misconduct and was later convicted in 2020, receiving a suspended prison sentence. Despite these challenges, he continued to pursue his professional career with determination, earning respect for his performances and contributions to the teams he represented. His legacy is one of resilience, talent, and the ability to inspire through sport. Ryosuke's journey from Fiji to the global rugby stage symbolized the power of dedication and passion. His silver medal at the Paris Olympics remains a testament to his skill and the pride he brought to his nation. The rugby world remembers Josiah Ryosuke as a gifted athlete whose life was tragically cut short, but whose impact will endure. His story is a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring spirit of those who dedicate themselves to their sport and community. Edmund White. Edmund White was a pioneering author, memoirist, and critic whose candid, groundbreaking work chronicled the gay experience and revolutionized American literature. His death on June 3, 2025, at his home in Manhattan, marks the end of an era for LGBTQ+ literature and culture. Born on January 13, 1940, in Cincinnati, Ohio, White's early life was shaped by frequent moves with his mother and sister after his parents' divorce. He came out as gay to his mother as a teenager, a revelation that led her, a child psychologist, to send him to a psychiatrist, reflecting the era's lack of understanding and acceptance. This formative experience would later inform much of his writing, which often explored themes of identity, desire, and the search for belonging. White's literary journey began in earnest in the 1970s, a time when the gay rights movement was gaining momentum. He emerged as a leading voice among a new generation of openly gay writers, alongside figures like Larry Kramer and Armistead Maupin. White was present at the Stonewall riots in 1969, a pivotal moment in LGBTQ+ history, and remained a witness and participant through the AIDS crisis, the progression of gay rights, and the cultural backlash of later years. His debut novel, Forgetting Elena, 1973, received critical acclaim for its exploration of gay life on a fictional Fire Island, with The New York Times calling it astonishing and uncannily beautiful. White's follow-up, Nocturnes for the King of Naples, 1978, took the form of letters from a young gay man to his late lover, further establishing his reputation for lyrical, emotionally honest prose. White achieved widespread recognition with A Boy's Own Story, 1982, a coming-of-age novel set in the 1950s that drew heavily from his own adolescence. The book's protagonist, a teenager grappling with his sexuality, mirrored White's own experiences and resonated deeply with readers. The novel became a bestseller and is now considered a classic, credited with demonstrating the commercial viability of gay literature and helping to bring LGBTQ+ stories into the mainstream. He continued the narrative in The Beautiful Room is Empty, 1988, and The Farewell Symphony, 1997, tracing the unnamed protagonist's journey into adulthood and through the heart of the AIDS crisis. In addition to his fiction, White was a prolific essayist, journalist, and biographer. His nonfiction works include the influential The Joy of Gay Sex, 1977, co-authored with Charles Silverstein, which became a touchstone for the gay community, and an award-winning biography of French playwright Jean Genet. He also wrote extensively about literary giants like Marcel Proust and Arthur Rimbaud, demonstrating his encyclopedic knowledge and passion for literature. White's impact extended beyond the page. In 1982, he was one of the founders of the Gay Men's Health Crisis, the first and largest HIV/AIDS service organization in the United States, reflecting his commitment to activism and community support during the darkest days of the epidemic. He also taught creative writing at Princeton University, where he worked alongside luminaries like Toni Morrison and Joyce Carol Oates, mentoring a new generation of writers. Despite living with HIV since the 1980s and enduring significant health challenges, including 2 strokes in 2012 and a heart attack in 2014, White remained a prolific and vital literary presence. His more than 30 books, spanning fiction and nonfiction, have been translated into multiple languages and continue to influence writers and readers worldwide. White's personal life was marked by enduring relationships and a cosmopolitan existence, with homes in New York and Paris. He was survived by his husband, Michael Carroll, who confirmed that White had fallen ill with a vicious stomach bug shortly before his death. Edmund White's legacy is that of a trailblazer who gave voice to the joys, struggles, and complexities of gay life at a time when such stories were rarely told. He expanded the boundaries of literature, reshaped cultural attitudes, and inspired countless individuals to embrace their true selves through the power of honest storytelling. His work endures as a testament to courage, wit, and the enduring search for love and identity. Marcy Jones. Marcy Jones was a pioneering force in Australian music, whose powerful voice and trailblazing spirit helped reshape the nation's musical landscape. Her death on May 30, 2025, came just days after she publicly revealed her leukemia diagnosis, leaving fans and the industry in profound grief. Born in Melbourne in 1945, Marcy Jones began her musical journey as a teenager, performing with local acts and quickly developing a reputation for her dynamic stage presence. In 1967, she made history by forming Marcy and the Cookies alongside sisters Margaret, Beverly, and Wendy Cook. At a time when the Australian music scene was overwhelmingly male-dominated, Marcy and the Cookies stood out as one of the country's first all-female groups. Their harmonies, energy, and infectious pop-soul sound captivated audiences, and the group soon found success with hits like I Would If I Could and their beloved rendition of White Christmas. Marcy and the Cookies didn't just break new ground at home, they also took their music abroad, performing across Europe, Asia, and the UK. Their international tours, including sharing stages with acts like the Monkees, the Seekers, Cliff Richard, and Tom Jones brought Australian pop to new audiences and inspired a generation of female musicians to follow in their footsteps. The group's popularity was further boosted by appearances on iconic shows like The Go Show, cementing their place in Australian pop culture. After her time with the Cookies, Marcy Jones launched a successful solo career in the 1970s. Signing with Warner Music, she released her debut album, That Girl Jones, in 1974. Her solo work showcased her versatility as a singer, blending pop, soul, and rock influences. Singles like Gonna Get Married achieved chart success, and her collaborations with international stars underscored her status as a respected artist, both at home and abroad. Throughout her career, Marcy Jones was celebrated for her originality, resilience, and unwavering commitment to her craft. She continued to perform with the Cookies for special reunions, while also carving out her own path as a solo artist. Her voice, described as both powerful and soulful, became a defining feature of Australia's musical identity in the 1960s and 1970s. Marcy's influence extended far beyond her music. She was a mentor to younger artists, a champion for women in the industry, and a symbol of perseverance in the face of adversity. Her willingness to challenge conventions and her dedication to her art inspired countless performers who followed. The Australian Recording Industry Association, ARIA, and the Phonographic Performance Company of Australia, PPCA, both honored her legacy, describing her as a true trailblazer and a contributor to Australia's identity. Her final days were marked by remarkable courage. On May 27th, just days before her passing, Marcy shared her leukemia diagnosis with fans on social media, writing, "I am currently in the hospital with leukemia, about to begin treatment. We are all feeling very frightened, but I will fight with everything I have." This openness and strength resonated deeply with those who admired her, and her passing on May 30th was met with an outpouring of tributes from across the music world. Her daughter-in-law, Lisa Asta, confirmed the sad news in a heartfelt Facebook post, remembering Marcy as a source of joy, wisdom, and inspiration. "You were a legend, an icon, and you will always be remembered. You always said that we were so alike in many ways, and that's why I know you will always be my guiding light. I will miss you so much. I love you. Until we meet again to sing another song." Marcy Jones had been planning a concert to celebrate her 80th birthday in late June, a testament to her enduring passion for performance and connection with her audience. Her sudden departure has left a void in the Australian music community, but her legacy lives on through the countless artists she inspired and the timeless music she created. Marcy Jones will be remembered not only as the powerhouse voice behind Marcy and the Cookies, but as a pioneer who helped pave the way for women in music, broke barriers, and brought joy to audiences around the world. Her story is one of talent, determination, and trailblazing spirit. A true icon whose influence will be felt for generations to come.